Hey guys, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, follow me on Instagram at LollyForever, follow me on TikTok at LollyForever1, and follow my dog on Instagram, Sammy4Life. Sorry I'm out of breath, and ignore my messy hair. I'm still working on handstands, because it's been a while, and I'm never going to get one unless I work on one. So I was using the wall and trying to climb my feet up the wall and then kind of slightly kick off. The reason I wasn't full blown kicking off is I don't want to put a hole in the wall, but for today's video I'm gonna do a story time and a Q&A with questions I came up with, because the story time is really fun. This is something that happened, and so I'm last week. Last week I went on Group Interactive to see if they had the voice lesson with Allison Porter listed, and I was gonna just check to see if it was listed, and I wasn't gonna bring it up to my dad because I want to wait until I knew about the scholarships first, which I'm gonna get to that first. And then what ended up happening was I saw that they had a voice lesson listed for Tuesday and with Carrie Larson. And I saw that they had one listed for Thursday with Allison Porter. So basically what happened was I couldn't pick between them, and I'm trying to talk over the TV because my parents have it on kind of loud. But anyways, what happened was I couldn't pick between them because I'd worked with both of them before. And they seem to be kind of the same class. Don't worry, I'm wearing a shirt. This is oversized. Well, we got it where it would fit me for a really long time. But it's probably gonna fit me forever because I'm probably not gonna grow anymore. And that's okay. So anyways, I worked with both of them. Allison Porter is incredible. She's one of the best. And she's my normal voice teacher. She's done a lot. She's done TV appearances. She's been on Broadway for at least 2 Broadway shows. She's done choreography. She won season 9 of The Voice. Sorry, I spoiled that. In case you were planning to watch it, and, well, I spoiled it. Or in case you're just upset that I spoiled it. She worked with XO Pop. She's done so many amazing, incredible things, and she's really incredible. And she's my very first voice teacher, and she's absolutely incredible. Carrie Larson was brought on as a substitute while Allison was busy doing something with her career. I'm not going to say what it is, even though I do know. And then one thing led to another, or to where, she's absolute. I know more about Allison than I do Carrie. I will say that. Allison, I know what goes on in class. I know what sort of teacher she is because I've been taking her class multiple times. I want to say 6 or 7, I'm not sure, but a good amount. Also, I really gotten to know Allison kind of as a person, and I know a lot about her career and what she's done. Carrie, on the other hand, and I know Allison's name, and Allison Porter. And so, Carrie, I know her name, Carrie Larson. I know what goes on in class. I know one thing that she's done with her career, which is she's in a band with Allison, and I know what sort of like teaching style she has, but I don't know that much about Carrie, or as much. I know they're both incredible. They're both one of the best of the best. I would say hands down if I had to pick, and I would say that those two are like the best of the best. Like I can't pick between them. Sorry, I had something in my eye and it was itchy. So anyway, it was sorry, my eye was itchy for a second, and now it can start watering probably, and that's normal for me. Let me cover. Sorry, my eyes have a thing whenever they get itchy. After I like kind of scratch them a little bit, they sometimes start to water, or for no reason. Also, that happens when I cough or sneeze sometimes. But we're good now. So anyways, they're both incredible. Can't pick between them. But I chose to do Carrie because I wasn't sure if it was a one-time thing or not, and I didn't want to miss it. If it was, I found out later it wasn't going to be a one-time thing, but I don't know anymore. Because she said something on Instagram today. So, yeah, anyways, I went to log on for the voice lesson with Carrie, and then when it got, like, I always log on, like, early, like, an hour early, like, I do that with dance, I do that with voice lessons, and I do that for multiple reasons. First up, a lot of the time, my computer is slow. I will say that a lot of the times it will take 30 minutes to do something that should have taken maybe 10 minutes at most. Like my computer is slow, and it often likes to do a bunch of stuff. It often likes to reset like 3 or 4 times before it works. Like it's constantly like resetting, it's constantly just slow, like yeah, but I like it still, because it still works. It's just slow and it resets a lot of the time. And so anyways, one thing led to another where I logged on, and when it was like getting close to time, like a few minutes away, the Zoom meeting started, and I saw Guy Groom put in the chat, sorry, this class has been canceled. Please email for a refund. And I told my dad. And then my dad, like, kind of, like, I don't think he understood it at first. Or, like, he kind of, like, didn't believe me or something. I don't know. I feel like the reason I say that is I do feel like he believed me because it did happen. But I feel like he was kind of like, he wanted to see proof first. Because, like, he wanted to see proof because he literally asked me, like, well, just unlog on, take the class. And I'm like, no, the class has been canceled. And then he's like, show me the proof. And so I logged on again to, like, show him the proof. And the thing in the chat was missing. The thing in the chat was missing. And one thing led to another, where Guy Groom DM'd me and told me that the class had been canceled. It had been canceled, that we could email to get a refund or we could get credited for another class. Well, so then finally when we got an email, my dad saw that, we were like, okay, cool. Not a big deal, they're doing the right thing. We're getting credited or we're getting a refund. Well, when my dad got an email like 2 days later, well, a couple days later, he got one on Thursday. Then they're like, okay. And basically, it said the same thing, but it said, and to get credited, we have to email them 24 hours in advance. So what ended up happening was my dad signed me up to take the class with Allison Porter. And then earlier this week, he emailed them to get credited for the class this week. And then yesterday, this is where it gets kind of a mess, as they credited us to do Allison Porter this week. No big deal. And then yesterday, I logged on to take the class, and then nobody logged on. It looked like I logged on, I waited, and usually the Zoom starts like 5 or 10 minutes before the class actually starts, and then the hope will like start letting people in and stuff. And one thing led to another to where the Zoom never started, and I waited like until like I want to say 30 minutes after time, and then like there was nothing. I like DM Guide Group, couldn't get a response. I'm like, hey, when the class started, like, cause it said it was starting at 4:30, and then I waited till like 5. And then finally my dad emailed them. And I told my dad, we waited until 5. He emailed them, and now we are getting credited for another class. Because turns out what happened, and because they did reply to my dad and stuff, and they explained that they will credit us for another class. But what had actually happened, we don't really know, because they said that an emergency happened and that was all they really said. So this is just like an ongoing thing, and that's been going on for like, this is the 2nd week. So yeah. Anyway, it's a whole thing. And so yeah, that kind of happened. But on to the Q&A with questions I came up with, because that seemed like fun. Also, I was working on handstands and stuff, so that is why I'm kind of like a little bit like that's why I'm a little wore out right now. So the first question that I came up with is, what is my favorite dance move? Honestly, this one is kind of a hard one, but it's also, this one's a hard one because I love dance, and there's a lot of, like, I have a lot of go-to moves, and I have a lot of moves that I like to do and stuff, but if I had to pick my favorite one, because this is a really hard one, I feel like I would probably say a heel stretch into a side tilt, just because I am constantly doing it and I love doing it. Like, I'm constantly doing it and I love doing it, but generally I do not have a favorite. I have a couple like go-tos. And heel stretch into a side tilt on either side. I mean, a split left or right. My left one needs some work. Or let me think. And there's this ballet jump, I don't know what it's called, but it's a form of ballet jump that I like to do. And then there's an oversplit, love doing them. And then there's like another type of jump that I really like to do. And then I don't know what it's called, but it's a trick where I do a half split, and then I bring my back leg up to where my foot is touching my back. But sometimes I'll go a little extra and I'll like pull it past my back, so it will be like, my foot will be like right here, and I'm going to show you that trick right now. Let me put you on the floor, because it's really fun. Okay. I like to do this. And then I pull it up sometimes. I'll pull it past. Ta-da. and there's tons of variation that I like to do. Sometimes I'll do it where my body properly aligned. So I have my pants rolled up because these are really long pants, and I was doing handstands. But sometimes I'll do it where my body properly aligned, and sometimes I'll twist and like grab the foot with my other hand. Like there's so many like variations and stuff, but that's really cool trick that I love to do. Also, a back bend from my knees. I love doing that because it literally is a back bend from my knees. And so like I'm doing an actual back bend, but I'm doing it on my knees instead of on my feet and stuff. And also that's a trick I love doing a lot because there's multiple reasons behind it. First up, it's a cool trick, like it looks cool. And second, it's a flexibility trick, and that was something like I love doing, like contortion, flexibility sort of stuff. Also, also, my dad never thought I would be able to do any form of like back flexibility, like tricks or contortion, because I literally have metal rods in my back, and basically a bunch of bones and stuff all put together, so my back is made so it won't bend, but somehow I get my back to bend sometimes. It's not supposed to, but it's fun because it does. And you're probably like, if your back isn't supposed to bend and you can't, that doesn't sound good. It's fine. The reason my back can't bend is scoliosis, but that's been fixed. And it's fine, because it's cool. It's cool tricks and nothing wrong with it. So that's like a really cool trick that I like to do. Also, it's just kind of fun to do. And it's one of the more like simple, like I can pull it out really quick sort of tricks, because there's some contortion tricks that like it takes you like a couple seconds or a minute to like get into, and then but there's some that you can get into like really quickly, and that one I can get into really quickly. And so yeah. Anyways, it's really hard for me to say what my favorite trick or my favorite dance move, because there's so many that I love to do. So that is a really hard one for me. The next question is am I excited over anything right now? The answer to that is yes. And I am going to say what it is right now, since as of right now, like I'm talking, this is more on like anything that I'm excited over or like within the next month. And honestly, I know I'm excited over a few things right now, or just things I know of anyways. We're gonna do things that I know. I'm excited because it's getting close to my birthday. That's always an exciting thing. I'm excited because literally next month, I go to squad tour. So that's exciting. Wait, is it next month? Let me do the month really quickly in my head. Okay, yeah, next October. So I think October is next month. And here's the thing, I'm one of those people that like remembering what months come when, and I have to physically go through all the months and say it out loud, and then even then sometimes I'm not 100% sure. Or I'm smart, or like school smart, I'm pretty school smart, I feel like. I'm like one of those where like I'm definitely got some school smarts, but I'm not like a genius or anything like that. But I would say I'm like around average. It depends on the subject. that is what it really depends on. Because if it, like, that's how I am. There's some subjects that I'm, like, really good at, and then others that I'm, like, not as good at. So, yeah. But I'm excited to go to squad tour. That's exciting. And I'm excited because I have dance last week. I grew on Saturday. And also, I ordered a package that had been shipped. And I ordered from Petite and Pretty. I ordered the brow pen and the highlighter. Very excited about those things because I never used a brow pen before. I used a brow palette that a family member got for me for Christmas, not last year but the year before. I actually still have it in my makeup bag, but I haven't used it in a while because I haven't worn makeup in a while. And the last time I did it was my Petite and Pretty makeup. But it's a palette. It's a brow palette. So it's basically like a palette with all the with like powder, and you like get to do your brows, and you can like, it's basically a palette that does like your brows, and then like your eyes and stuff, like different things. Yeah. They also got me like a pack of 100 eyeshadow brushes, and I still have some that I love to use sometimes. So thank you, that was very helpful. That was like a very long lasting gift because I still have a bunch of non-used eyeshadow, like little like eyeshadow like sponge thingies and stuff. But yeah, anyways, I'm excited over. Also, I never used a highlighter before, so I'm excited. And then I'm going to do a couple more questions. Next question is, do I have a favorite song right now? As of right now, this one is definitely like, this one's kind of a hard one. I feel like the reason it's hard is because of the fact that, honestly, I love JoJo. I love JoJo so much. And with JoJo, like, every JoJo song there is, I love. I love all the JoJo songs. I love Kid and Candy Store. I love Boomerang. I love Hold the Drama. I love every girl, Supergirl. I love Everyday Pop Stars. Like, every JoJo song, you name it. If I had to pick my favorite JoJo song, it's gotta Get Back to That Girl. Or Get Back to That Girl, I think it's gotta Get Back to That Girl. From the J-Team, that's like my favorite JoJo song. But honestly, I'm not gonna say what my favorite song is right now, because there's a reason behind it, is because as of right now, there's one song that I really love, and it's probably one of my favorites. Here's the thing, and I don't usually have favorites, but this is definitely like one that if I had to pick it is my favorite. I'm not going to say what it is because it is a squad song, and the reason I'm not saying it is because it's the one that I am going to use if they do the Group Interactive Talent Show. Slash, yeah. No slash involved. If they don't, then I'm gonna figure something out. I explained it yesterday, so yeah, it's a squad song, and it's a really good one. And all the squad songs are really good. But yeah. So anyways, the next question, what is my favorite color? Right now, my favorite color is honestly fuchsia. I love fuchsia. Well, actually, my ultimate favorite color is rainbow with glitter. But then my next one would be rainbow, and then my next one would be fuchsia. and then teal. I really love fuchsia. Fuchsia is like a pinkish purple, and I'm trying to think, do I have something that, no, this is more pink. I'm trying, wait, here it is. Like this sort of color. Wait, no, it would be more like this. It's like a pinkish purple. Although I do like this color a lot. It's like fuchsia and then teal. Because I really like pinks and teals. But yeah. I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 more, maybe 4 more questions. The next question is, what is my favorite fidget toy? Honestly, this one's an easy one. It is my XOG Poppet. That's my favorite fidget toy that I have. And I really like fidgets and stuff. So yeah. And it's my favorite for multiple reasons. First up is like colorful. I'm gonna actually show you it. Okay. I was checking to make sure that, because it's currently laying in an area that for a minute I thought I couldn't show you that stuff because it is passcodes and stuff. Let me explain. And I was checking to see if I was going to be able to show you because I realized that very close by is a bunch of papers with passcode and logon information for Zoom classes. But then I realized none of it is useful anymore, and And so, yeah, I'm just gonna show you here. That little ring multicolored thing. That's it. Also, well, it's not the littlest thing, because it's pretty good size. But it's my favorite because it's multicolored. It's a poppet. I love poppets. And it's an XOG Pop, which is, I love supporting XOG Pop. And also, it's a really big poppet, so it's really cool. I like it. And the next question is, when am I coming out with music? The answer to that is, the problem with it is I really want to come out with music. I really want to write songs, but I can't figure out lyrics. I'm going to do 2 more questions. The next one is, what is something that I love to do in my free time? Honestly, here's the thing. And I would say probably watching YouTube and TikTok. I love doing that. But the thing is, I don't really have a lot of free time. And what I mean by that is what I'm considering free time is time that I don't have school. Like time when I'm not busy with school or homework or chores. I'm considering free time when I'm not busy with school, homework, chores, or busy training to be a pop star or social media related, because that is kind of all together. So free time is time where I have nothing to do or nothing that I have to do. And the answer to that is, honestly, that's a hard one because I don't really have a lot of free time. Because if I had to pick, I would say YouTube and TikTok. Here's the thing, and I do have free time, I will say that. But it's usually I have a couple hours or most of a day where I'm don't have anything to do. But in that, I'm still training to be a pop star. I'm still getting up and going to the kitchen and grabbing a snack and stretching. I'm still dancing and stuff in their privacy YouTube and TikTok and stuff. So most of my day is or there is a lot of time in the day, not most of my day, but a lot of time in the day where I don't have anything to do. But I am incorporating training throughout that. And also, I'm spending that time watching YouTube and TikTok. the number of hours that I spend on YouTube a day is over 4. And that sounds bad. I'm a social media person, meaning I like to be on social media. I'm not an outdoors person, and I just love doing like social media things. The last question is, what is one thing that I love to do by myself? Honestly, my favorite thing to do by myself is to come in my room and improv. And I was doing that before I filmed this. We're all just all like say like, oh, let's go play Sam. Like, me and Sam will like come into the bedroom and I'll like just kind of be like playing with him for a minute, and then I'll randomly be in the room with just Sam and I'll just start improving. And I'll like sometimes start singing. I just like start improving, and it's a lot of fun. And peace out.